Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to do, and I have done this in the past, so I'll link that video in the description if I remember. Apologies if I don't, because yeah, it's not an easy task to remember everything. I'm getting back to doing videos, at least posting once a week, and I've tried to keep consistent. I'm just focusing on that. I work a lot, you know, I do my 8 to 5 job, and then I also freelance on the side. So it's just been a lot of that and just a lot of stuff going on and me trying to focus on other things like my art, also doing my photo shoots stuff, you know, that's super important to me. So I wanted to be able to do that and then focus. I have my art table nice and set out. So if you want to know what I've been working on, please let me know in the comments below. And if you want kind of like a process video or whatever, we can do that as well. Just let me know in the comments. I'd like to share that part of me as well. I've just been working, and trying to keep this channel sustained. So this video is going to be another Miss A video. I'm just putting on some vitamin C serum. I've been breaking out super bad. And just my skin has just not been very nice to me lately. I have like this one here that's just super, it's gone, but it's just like super inflamed. I don't know why. I'm just putting some serums on just to kind of prep the skin a little bit. Alright, so I got my Miss A bag here. We have a Miss A at Coronado in Albuquerque, so I just decided I'm going to just do a quick haul. just to have some, you know, do another like cheap kind of haul besides the Shein ones. So yeah, I did $34.20. So that's not too bad. It was actually pretty nice. I was like kind of in there and I knew exactly where I needed to go, what I needed. The only thing I forgot was primer. That's the only thing I forgot. So we're going to use primer, my regular primer. Let's see, do I have a cheap one? Yeah. We're going to just use my Hard Candy one. I have such issue getting this off. But yeah, this is and you're supposed to apply it like that. I hate applying it that way. Because it's cool with a cooling tip or whatever. But I just don't like doing primer that way, or any kind of lotion, like any kind of like moisturizer or anything like that. So yes, so this is the Miss A haul, and it's entirely of AOA makeup. That's what they carry, that's their brand. So we've got a lot of like, let's see, we've got some cool little eyeshadow thingies. I did get an eyeshadow palette. I even went back through and I found myself an eyeshadow primer. We have 2 different types of foundations because my cheap hauls always end up not having good foundations. Like the AOA ones, I have not had luck with any of that. It's just so strange. Like there's just a lot of inconsistencies when it comes to cheap dollar store type foundations. And not gonna lie, that's just the truth of it. You're not gonna find high quality items in dollar store grade makeup. But I wanted to do this haul so that you guys can see for yourselves on me, because I have very problematic skin. I have a lot of dark spots, post-acne marks, all that jazz. And I want you to see how good this is or not on my skin. No filters, no nothing like that. That's basically like a big thing for me. Sorry, I'm trying to open these while I'm talking. Is I want people to understand you're not going to have perfect skin. But these, like the TikToks, and I know I just sounded old there, you know, like the filters that they use on a lot of influencers that are very popular. They use a lot of filters, so I feel like you don't get the actual quality. That's why I haven't really updated my setup or my camera or anything, but I'm like, I want to show you the rawness, low quality type, just kidding, of how makeup's gonna look. And it's nothing bad, you know, to have makeup that just isn't what you think it is. It's just the way it is, you know? So yeah, I wanted to do an AOA one because I really have, in the past, did enjoy a lot of the AOA ones. I think my fail in SheGlam was trying those different brands. I have had good luck on SheGlam makeup in the past, and they're cheap, like really cheap. Uh-oh. We have a pen. It just like totally lodged itself out of the pen. So yeah, I have like, I want to see the quality. I want to see, you know, what's going on with this AOA makeup, because I'm always fascinated by it. And then, you know what, if I don't end up using it in my everyday, I end up actually really focusing on like putting an emergency kit together in my car in case I needed to like do my face in the car. So it works in that sense. So these don't just get tossed in the trash and wasted money, because you can't return this makeup. It's all non-returnable. That's the only downside. So if you're willing to try this stuff, do note that it's non-returnable. Alright, so we're going to get into it. I kind of want to go ahead and start with the Shadow Stay. So this is the Shadow Stay eyeshadow primer in natural, and this was $1. Everything from SA is $1. So we're going to start off with eyeshadow primer and pray that this does not irritate my eyes. I've been very sensitive to some makeup, so if I do not do a whole lot of the cheap makeup stuff, that's probably why. Alright, so I did not see a whole lot of concealers, and I have had bad luck with concealers and foundation mostly in the AOA category. Hence my last video, I think the concealer was extremely light. So, and I'm looking at this because the lighting in my store is terrible. So I'm hoping, I mean, that's the shade. So this is Buff, and this is the AOA Top Secret Concealer. So we're going to spot conceal. I'm like, I really, really want to focus on spot concealing so that I don't use a whole lot of foundation. So we're just going to go ahead. Oh, okay. This isn't bad. This color's not bad. So I did get two different concealers. This one is more of that full coverage concealer. And then you have more of a, I think it's a lighter concealer. Oh wow, this actually is doing a great job. I've got a nice pesky dark spot right there that's so freaking hard to cover. Even with my Shape Tape, it's just hard to cover. See, it's still kind of peeking through. And I don't know if I've talked about this on my channel. I do have dermatomania, which is a anxiety disorder that I have. My mom had it, I have it, and it's not curable. It's more or less maintained throughout the years, or you just live with it. And I'm not ashamed about it anymore in my life. I used to be ashamed of it, but I'm not anymore, because this is just how it is. Okay, so concealer did a really good job at spot concealing. This is way better than the last shade I had, which was the lighter shade. This one looks light on camera, but in person it's much better than what I've had in the past. It looks fairly dark in the container, but it's not. So that's why I say you're gonna have to be very wary. I would say if you're my skin tone, which is light medium, for reference, I do wear 120 in the Maybelline Skin Stay Serum. I wear 220C in the Tontadol. I haven't even opened this, but I have been color matched to this, and it's pretty nice. It's a little cool, a little pink, but not too bad. But it's the Care & Glow. It's 220. I wear Ivory Beige in the Double Wear Max, and I wear 2N2 Buff in Double Wear. And then I also, perfect match for me is the MAC Studio Radiance in NC 17.5. So And that's my reference of shade. So if this is a little bit lighter than my skin tone, not too much lighter, but a little bit buff, and then just kind of look at the shades that look darker than buff. That's my advice as far as color matching in those categories. All right, so I did get another concealer, and I kind of liked this component. It's very nice. This is the Locked, what is it called? Locked Creamy Concealer. This is the shade MN2 Medium Neutral. I wasn't sure if this was going to be dark or light. Oh, it's a little bit dark. So this would actually do better as a spot concealer, to be honest. See, yeah, once I blend that out, it was pretty nice. All right, so I probably did this backwards. So, doesn't really smell like anything weird. So this is going to be actually the spot concealer. So I'm going to rub this off so I don't put more layers. But see how it covers this. It's a little dark, but it's not bad. Oh yeah, that's so much better. It's actually pretty spot on with my skin color. It's just, for me, it's darker than what I would probably get as a concealer, but it actually did. Here, we're gonna do a close-up on that spot right there. That works. And I have a lot of like splotchiness in my skin, so yeah, there's that. And I'm actually going to be doing a wear test as well. I figured why not. That's a decent spot concealer. I have like some dark spots here on my nose. I have such porous, I have a porous nose, very porous nose. So I break out very easy there. It's not bad for a spot concealer. Okay, so the concealer is a win, and like I said, this one, I would say if you wore tawny or ivory beige in the double wear, and you can actually go and get matched and not have to buy it, but you know, like go and get matched and at least see which color you are. But this is MN2 Medium Neutral. So if you're a medium, to maybe if you like to go lighter in the concealer to a medium dark, then this would be a nice concealer for you. But for me, it's perfect for spot concealing. All right, next step, we have two different foundations. I have the Satin Drop foundation, and that, what shade are you? I actually have no idea what shade this is. It didn't say on the packaging, did it? No. I think it's M3. Oh no, this one is M3. So this is the Luminous Skin Veil BB one. So I'm going to put one on one side, and this has a pump, and it's glass. So this is M3. So actually, this isn't bad. So MN2, I'm assuming is going to be a little bit lighter than this one. So I'm hoping this one's darker. It's a little lighter actually. So that's the BB cream. No weird funky smell. Let's see, we'll put it on this side. It's not a bad shade actually, but it's a little yellow. It's so hard to color match. So I did notice it's starting to pick up the concealer a little bit. But it does look like my skin, which is nice. No, like I said, no weird smell. The shade's not bad. It's a little yellow for me. Not bad. It's okay. Alright, so then we're going to try these satin drops. It actually feels nice on the skin. Feels kind of fresh. The satin drops, you have to give them a good shake. I don't know what shade this is. I think it's 28. It didn't really say. So you're going to have to, oh yeah, this one's lighter. It is much lighter and a little bit cooler, so it's actually not that bad mixed with that concealer. And coverage-wise, it's not too bad. Little goes a long way with this one. I actually did a good job at matching. And like I took a 15-minute break and that's exactly what happened. It's like I was just like, you know, I'm gonna go to Miss A and see what's going on over there. Okay, coverage wise, it's okay. It's not great, but I don't want two different colors on my face, so we're gonna mix these guys to kind of go with it around the face. So I'm just going to put a little bit here to add more coverage. And this isn't full coverage. This is very, very, I'd say this is like a medium coverage. But it honestly, it's not that bad. And the fact that it doesn't feel gross, that's my biggest thing. Like with foundations, if it feels gross, I am not about it. I did a good job. And this is with all my foundations. I will have to go back and spot conceal a little bit more there, but other than that, it's not that bad. It's really not that bad. Okay, but I did get, because I have makeup all over my arms now, or my hands now, I did get some makeup wipes. This is the AOA Makeup Remover wipes in pH balance, and they're alcohol free. Oh, I did notice, does it say on here? Well, this one looks like it's vegan. So if you're one of those people that doesn't like any animal byproducts in your products, then this would be a nice cheap option because it's only $1. That's pretty good. Alright, so I'm just wiping this down. I might have to tell my niece about it if she's ever up here. She likes vegan products, so I'll just have to tell her, hey, you want some cheap options? Boom. This isn't a bad foundation. It's not bad. But like I said, I will have to go over it again. I'm going to go ahead and do my under eyes with that pot concealer because that one was lighter. This pot concealer has been very hard to gauge as far as lightness, and it looks dark in the jar, but it's not at all what it's supposed to be. And it's not that thick either. See, it doesn't have tons of coverage, so we have that. All right. Okay, so I'm going to skip over to so I have two of these guys. So these were fun to look at. These are Tropical Sierra Pressed Pigments. This is non-toxic, cruelty-free. Oh, that's what that little vial thing says. Non-toxic, cruelty-free. So I have Azure Twilight and Glowing Hibiscus. And then I do have another eyeshadow palette, which the little guy popped out of the pan. There, back in there. And it's AOA. Again, this is non-toxic and cruelty-free. These are $1. And this is a nice little setup. I was attracted to this one, but I will have to glue this purple shade back in. So we're going to go ahead and swatch this so you can see the quality. And I can see the quality and kind of see what the colors look like, and I can go from there. Oh, wow. They're soft. Like if you're looking for a cheap palette to kind of pop in your purse, and this is exactly where it's going to go. It's going to go in my purse in case I have to like run somewhere after work. I have a nice eyeshadow palette to kind of touch up things. Oh, wow. I'm actually quite impressed. There's the swatches. Look at that. That's actually not bad. How does it perform? Swatches will tell you one thing. So we're going to use this kind of as our base. palette to work off of. I need to grab a brush. Alright, so I'm just going to use my, this is the Stay Gold eyeshadow palette, double-ended, if you don't know that, from Urban Decay. Stay Gold was back in the day. That was that Kristen Leanne collection. Alright, so I'm going to start with the brow bone. And I already have eyeshadow primer on there. Alright, not really showing up. I'm going to go with this middle shade here, and like I said, this is the palette. I don't have a simple method or an explainable method on how I do my eyeshadow. Alright, so we need some depth. I'm just using the base colors because I want to play with these ones. These ones look fun. So I'm going to use this dark brown. It's actually a purpley brown, this one right here, as my outer. That's actually really nice. See, this is why I'm just I'm going to clean this up a little bit. As I was talking to a customer, I think it was at Ulta, I told her I get messy because she's like, oh my god, your eyeshadow's seamless. Well, I start out really messy. If you only knew how I start out they're always uneven. This eye always looks less round than this eye, and then I have to fix it. I told her it's just a pain in the butt. I'm just gonna blend with this kind of like light purple. It's like a lavender, but like a, oh no, not really. It's more like a mauve, like a dusty mauve. So we're using these as our base. All right, so I'm gonna put this palette down, and then I think I'm gonna use that in the lower lash line. What am I gonna use on my lid? Did I open this right? Haha. I was like, why isn't it opening? Oh, okay, we're gonna swatch this guy here. I thought it was an all over color, but it's actually, I think, eyeshadow, but in a fun, wow, a fun print. I'm impressed. This is quite good. Oh wow. There's the shades from the Glowing Hibiscus. That's not bad. I might even use one. Well, I have a highlighter, but that's pretty cool. Alright, let's look at the Azure Twilight. There's only 4 shades in this one. We've got the green. Really pretty, like, oh, it's the same color. Yeah, see, there's some in here that are the same as the palette here. Well, that one's new. So we have, there's 4 shades in that one, starting from the green here. This one, this one, this one. This one's not very, like, it doesn't have a whole lot of purpose. So I think I want to do this shade right here onto the lid because I want to keep that, because this one's kind of like a brown purple. I want to keep that going. So I need to find a flat brush here. Just going to use my, these are like throwaway ones. I always use those. Okay, so we're going to use that, and it looks similar to the one in the palette, but I'll have to compare. It's just kind of hard to open. But I want to use this. Let's see. Oh wow. I like that. These are not bad for $1. Wow. Let's just see if my eyes get irritated. Because, I mean, cheap quality will show, you know, some problems with that. I'm going to go back into that palette and use this purple. It's kind of shimmery, but I really want to add more depth. It really didn't add that much depth. I'll just blend them together. That's fine. Let me go ahead and go back and clean up and blend here. And then go back into this lighter shade here and apply that in the brow bone. This isn't quite a brow bone shade, but it matches my skin tone. I know I didn't do the other one, that's coming later. I'm going to reapply some concealer under my eye and fix up the spots that I need more coverage on, and then we'll kind of clean up that. And then, alright, so we're moving on to powders now. We're going to set the face. I feel like this is the time to do it because then I do my under eyes after I set my face. I don't typically use loose powder. I don't like it. So we're going to try a loose powder. This one's called Soft Light. This is also vegan, cruelty-free, and non-toxic. And it'll show you on the back there. So this is Soft Light. It looks translucent to me. Oh, this didn't come with a little tabby to lift the film, but it came off fairly easy. There we go. Hold on to that. Some in the cap. Smells like nothing. Alright, we're gonna set. I don't know if I want to set the whole face with it. Maybe not set the whole face, just the under eyes. I don't like using translucent powder all over. No, we'll do the forehead. I guess we can do it. I just like more of a powder foundation. It's not bad. If I had a good complexion, it'd be a little bit better. So we're gonna. I have to use my Essence because this is my typical setting powder. But I noticed as I'm going all over the face that there's some spots that did not. The concealer is dissipating, which is weird. I mean, powder under my eyes is not something I like doing. Let me get a little like powder pad. I feel like these ones are typical of what people do now. And then just pat it through. I mean, for the under eye, I'd probably use this because it's not bad. I mean, of course the concealer's like really like starting to crust up. I don't like that. It's the concealer. It's the pot concealer. It's very, it's not a lot of coverage and it's just really weird consistency. It's not thick, but it is thick. I don't know. But overall, the powder isn't bad. I mean, my face feels soft, so that's good. Alright, so overall, coverage of the concealers is lacking. The foundation's nice when I have clearer skin, I feel. I feel like the concealer doesn't stay. Powder is doing, it's okay. I'm not a big powder wearer, so. Alright, let's finish the eyes. I really want to jump into this green in here in the Azure Twilight. We're going to go all the way under the eye here. It's a pretty color. Is it something unique? Well, not really, because there's that shade in the other one, the Glowing Hibiscus. Alright, I want to get this gold here in the Glowing Hibiscus to, I mean, it's not the best to kind of blend the lower lash line, but I want to add it to see. Yeah, it didn't blend very well. I mean, it's shimmer. That's on me. Alright, I'm going to go back into that palette and just kind of go over top with this middle shade here. And then we're going to go into this shade here and just kind of buff these edges here. I tried to do a clean line, but it just wasn't letting me do that. The concealer just isn't the greatest. Alright, so we're gonna, there's so many white shades in here, so we're gonna actually do this shade here. I liked this one the best. Whoa. That is intense. It's a nice white gold shimmer. So if you like those kind of shades, that'll do it. And I feel like I need something. I want to dip into this copper here in this palette. And I need to just kind of add it to the outer corner here. Just add something. It'll do, it'll do. Not my best look, but overall these shadows aren't bad. Alright, so I did get liquid liner. And I should have opened it before. Alright, so this liquid liner caught my eye. I was like, oh, they have so many liquid liners. It caught my eye because look what it looks like. It's a little quill. And I'm going to give it a good shake. And this is the AOA Studio Black. This is a 6-month shelf life feather ink liquid liner. This does not say it's vegan or cruelty free on the packaging. You will see. I don't really like inkwell type of liquid liners. It's like that. So if you like these, I mean, holding it's not bad. Ooh, it's a little scary. You know, I did a liquid liner on one of my my colleague. She was nervous about doing a liquid liner, as I get nervous doing liquid liners on a client. It's very nerve-wracking because you don't know if it's gonna like. I can do a liner in this sense, but on other people I have to see if they have like more of a hooded eye, especially with aging skin. Luckily she had this best, like she had a really good complexion. Like she had a clear complexion. She just had a beautiful canvas and the liquid liner didn't go so bad, but I put it a little bit more up to kind of create a little bit more of a pool, and it worked really well, so I was happy for that. Okay, so liquid liner is pretty good. I didn't get a pencil liner for the waterline, so I'm going to do the other eye off camera. And then alright, this liquid liner was a little bit hard to use. This one's a little bit up more and this one's not, but I'm not going to care. It's fine. So now we're going to do brows. This is the AOA brow powder. It is vegan, non-toxic, and cruelty-free. And this is the shade Dark because I like black brow products. So my hair's turning into a dark brown now. It's starting to fade really bad, so comes with a little applicator, and then there's the shade. It's like a dark brown. Dark brown. So I'm going to use the darker color, and I don't use brow powders that often. But I liked this tip that our national artist, we did a big event at the Dillards, and I liked her tip of like smudging it. So I might have to play with that a little bit more when I have time, but it kind of made me want to try brow powders again. Because we have a product with a brow powder it's like it's called the Multitasker, and it from Estee Lauder, and it's like a really good pencil. It's like a waxy pencil, and then of course it has clear brow gel and the brow powder, which a lot of our clients like the brow powder, but then there's some that don't like the brow powder. And I have a weird stage in my brows right now, so bear with me while I try and make it even here. Okay, so I put the darker powders on the outer corners, and then I'm going to put the lighter one on the inner portion. Hey, this actually did a pretty good job for my brows being a little weird. They're in a weird funky state right now. Not bad. Alright, I do notice that it does miss some spots, so I will have to go back in and put like a pencil, but I'll do that later. So we're gonna move on to cheeks. Some complexion items, not really like, I don't know, yeah, they fall under complexion. But bronzer and blush in a blush color that I haven't used. I don't think I've ever actually used a shade like this. I might have, but I figured this was, well, this is more of like a neutral color, even though the color itself is not really like neutral. Sorry, I'm opening. I know I should probably open packaging off camera, but I figured I would let you know. This is easier than opening up Wet n Wild makeup. Just for reference, if you know, you know. Alright, so I have and I have tried this in the past. This is the bronzing powder, the AOA Studio Perfect in the shade Lightweight. Oh, it's a lightweight matte finish in the shade Frappe. Also, vegan, cruelty-free, and non-toxic. Oh, I like this one. This one's more subtle than the bronzers I currently am using. And for reference, I do like the LYS bronzer in medium. Physician Formulas bronzer in medium. Or bronzer, not light bronzer or dark bronzer. You know how their shades go. But yeah, this one's not bad. It's not too heavy. It's just the right amount. Very soft. Okay, I like that bronzer. Now the blush is a different color. This is the AOA Studio Powder Blush in Cherry Blossom, non-toxic, cruelty-free. Oh, it's Cherry Blossom Powder Blush. The shade is Yorokobi. Cute, right? I liked it because it was small. And I like small blushes because then I can pop them in my purse. So it's a very kind of like peachy nude shade. Ooh, I like this. Look how soft that looks. And you're probably like nitpicking me on how I apply my blush. That's how I apply my blush. That is just nice. I like that. And my favorite nude shade is, and they don't have it anymore, is the Wet n Wild Nudist Society. Don't know that shade. I have a backup. One last backup. I already went through, I'm almost done with this one, but they discontinued, but it's called Nudist Society, and it's the shade here, and it's one of my favorite nudes, but this is a nice nude warm color. This one has sparkle in it. That's the one I like about Wet n Wild, but this one is just so soft. I like the way it applied. Like the bronzer and this are just perfect together to give me that nice, soft warmth. I like it. Really do. Alright, so we're going to move on to, I thought I had a highlighting brush with me. I do. We're going to move on to highlight. So I did get this. I've never tried this one. This is the Glow Within Illuminating Powder. Oh, part of the proceeds protects animals against abuse. It says animal against abuse, but I think they meant animals. It is cruelty free. It's called Wish on a Star. So it looks like this. It's pink. And then I got the shade Wish on a Star, which is more of a white, but it has like specks of purple in it. Let's see. Ooh. I like these powders. They're very soft. And you know, I have used Miss A before and I liked their products, but there was some that were just it's always the foundation, you know? It's just a miss. I mean, you get what you pay for. These are all $1. Oh, I like it. Okay. I don't have liner for the waterline. We're gonna kind of just let it be. We're gonna move on to mascara. And apologies if I'm doing this. Yeah, I'm working on my channel, okay? I'm working on my content. Bear with me. I want you to see the struggles of opening packaging. This one's a little tough. Alright. We got it. We got it. Alright, so I got the AOA Curl Mascara. Do be wary when you are shopping at Miss A, if you have a Miss A store, or even, well, online that's better, but some packaging will be opened, because I grabbed one that was open and the girl's like, oh no, it's open. I'm like, oh, thank God for her. I didn't even notice that because I was in such a rush. But like, that is something that you want to make sure that it hasn't been disturbed. So this one is the Curl Mascara, and I have tried their mascaras and didn't like them. So we'll see how this goes. This is flexible, conditioning, smudge resistant, also cruelty free. What the heck is what? Look at that angle on that brush. That is insane. It's a very thick formula. Let's see how she does. That is just interesting on that formula. And the brush, it's so curved. Why is it curved that much? Oh my goodness. Whoops. This is an odd brush. Not bad though. And I'll show you the first coat. There's the first coat. Not bad. Alright, so formula's not bad. It's this stupid component. When I pulled it out, that curve, you have to like do it slow because the stopper came out. And then the brush is just so hard to work. So I'm going to actually straighten it a little more. Much better. That curve, I don't know if it's supposed to be there. I know they say curl, but and this smells pretty chemical-like. But the component is what I have an issue with. But the length is not terrible. It's not terrible. Alright, so I do kind of want, because my skin is starting to oil up a little bit, and now that I've kind of have a little bit better of a layout on my face, I'm going to go ahead and take that loose powder. I don't typically bake, but I want to see how this works. Like, I'm just going to put a little bit here, up there, and a little bit here. I'm just going to press this in here. And then, I'm not going to bake, I'm just wanting to brighten a little bit. Oh wow, actually that's not bad. I kind of like the powder after I have everything laid down, and if I want to like carve out a little bit more of my bronzer, it does a pretty decent job at just blending in. This would actually be nice to have in my purse for like oil, because it actually is very soft focusing. So I like that. Alright, so I do need to kind of reapply some blush on top. And a little bit of that highlighter, because the powder kind of took it away. But I think that's a tip for myself to do before I put on those. Alright, so let me clean off the lips, and we're going to jump into lip products. So I have two different products, and I did get lashes, but I don't want to wear lashes today. Sorry guys, sorry. I've tried their glue in the past, and I can say that it is really good. So if you're looking for a cheap glue, this one is it. It's a very good glue, and it's only $1. It is the AOA Super Strip Lash Adhesive, super strong, waterproof, hypoallergenic, no irritation, and it's clear, and it's a brush on. That is actually a really, really good, like, I've tried it in the past, and I've really liked it. And their lashes aren't bad. They look to me like Ardell lashes, so I got Natalia. Yeah, 100% natural hair. I don't think it's natural hair, but I got Natalia, because I'm going to wear that when I have a chance to wear it. Today's my day off, so I don't want to wear lashes. I want to see how this mascara does, really. Alright, so I have two different lip products. I have a lipstick that kind of reminds me of a MAC lipstick. And then I just absolutely loved the wine bottle from Shein that they had one as well, a lip stain. I've been looking for some good lip stains. Now, I'm the type of person that I do have very dry lips, so lip stains don't typically work for me, but I want to try it out. So we're going to do the lip stain underneath. So it's a little wine bottle. Isn't that cute? They have different colors. This is the Cellar Jelly Lip Gloss. Oh, it's a lip gloss. It's not a lip stain. Never mind. This is called Vintage. So we're going to not put that one on yet. But we do have the AOA Studio lipstick. Kind of looks like a MAC bullet. In the shade Swoon. And let's swatch her. Not a whole lot of pigment, but enough. It smells like crayons. I didn't get a lip liner. I totally spaced that one. Because I typically don't get lip liners. Okay, I can feel the lipstick moving in there. It smells like crayons. And it does not have a whole lot of coverage. To me, it's just a light lipstick. Tastes disgusting though. Alright, let's try the Jelly Lip Gloss. Is that supposed to happen? Okay, this top came off. Alright. This one does not smell. Oh, I like that color. This, it's not a lip stain. It's fine, but it is a nice nude lip gloss. I like that. No taste. Really nice. Okay, I think that's everything. So I'm going to go ahead and set everything down with my setting spray and then just kind of go through what I liked and what I didn't like. So let's go through what we liked, what we didn't like. Truth be told, I feel like the foundation is better than what I've had in the past. It's not too bad. I kind of like the satin drops a little bit better. Of course, it's going to be peeking through, but I do like the lightness of it. Shade-wise, it's a smidgen too light. The Luminous Skin Veil didn't put a lot of coverage, but I did like the way it felt on my skin. It felt very fresh. And the color is actually pretty spot on. Again, I am M3. It's a tad yellow. I guess that could mean that I could be an MN3, maybe? I don't know. But this one is pretty nice. The shade range is very hard, iffy. So I would say just kind of go with your gut and what you think would match. I match people frequently, so I know color, so I know what my color looks like. Do bring like your foundation with you in your purse to compare, the one that matches you the most, to compare and try and find that color. That's my thought, and just let them know this is mine, and I'm trying to find my color in this, because there's no testers. If there are testers, then try it out. I typically like to match on the back of my wrist because that's more true to my face. This gets more tanned, so I go by this. And then look at the color of your veins. Are they blue? Are they teal or green? That'll tell you green is warm, teal and blue, and a little bit of purple is neutral, and then blue is cool. So just kind of keep that in mind when you're matching. So these ones aren't bad, but they aren't the best. They are better than what the SheGlam was, for sure. Like, hands down better than that. Concealers. This concealer was fairly good. However, it did dissipate as I was finishing my makeup. This started kind of peeking through, and this is a very hard dark spot to cover. So this actually was peeking through as I was continuing on with my face. I would recommend doing the foundation first and then putting on the concealer, but the match is not bad. It's a tiny dark, but not bad. But again, I'm MN2, medium neutral. I'd probably go medium light neutral just to be a little bit lighter, but not a bad formula. I mean, it doesn't smell weird. It smells like a dollar store makeup. It's a lighter formula. I would say this is more of a natural finish rather than a full coverage, but the shade isn't bad. I got the shade Buff in the pot, and I absolutely don't like the pot. It's not creamy enough, and the shades are so hard to match. And as I powdered, I noticed that it was picking up the concealer. So this isn't my favorite concealer, but I do use this. I probably would use this to kind of carve out my brows a little bit. So this will come in handy. Powder, I do like the powder. It didn't feel dry. It kind of was a nice blurring effect. I noticed that it blurred a little bit. So I'm not a loose powder wearer, but I did get this container from Shein. And this comes with, okay, this is how far back I've gone with makeup. Do you remember when Urban Decay had this, where it was a powder puff? Okay, Rimmel London also had that, and that was my favorite powder of all time. That's why I got this, because I like the fact that I can just go boop, 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 and just touch up. So I'm going to be actually putting some of this powder, because I do have an e.l.f. powder, loose powder that I'm going to be playing with, but I like this one to touch up with my oil. So I'm going to put this in here so it's easy to kind of go boop, boop, and done. So I do like the powder. Shadows. The shadows aren't going to be the best. They are pretty nice as far as like quality. I mean, I guess they blend pretty well. Of course, this guy popped out. This palette isn't bad. I did like the shades, but again, they're dollar store grade. This is not going to be something to write home about. These were just fun. They're all shimmers, so I think these are going to be my little accents. I do like this shade the most, which is also in the other one. But this shade here is a nice kind of like pinky mauve highlight. So I feel like I'm going to be using this side of the Azure Twilight to highlight. And let's go ahead and like run it. Let's run it. Avoid the green. Oh yeah. See, I'm going to use this as a highlight just to really bump up my highlight. That's a nice color. Yeah. So this is going to be more of like a highlight, and then I would use this probably all over the lid. The, oh wait, that's not hibiscus. This is, yeah, Azure Twilight. This is the hibiscus one because it has little hibiscus flowers. Go figure. It does have that same shade. They're identical. And it's this flower here. I did like this purple on my lid, and the green, of course, I used that green, but they're the same thing. This highlight for the inner corner is perfect. I like it. The bronze color is a bronze color. It's your typical bronzy gold. So what can I say about that? The eyeshadows, they work. They're not absolutely the best thing in the whole wide world, but they work. You know, I feel like I can pop those in my purse and have something to kind of touch up throughout the day. I will have to glue that purple back in. Liquid liner. No, I don't like it. It's already like really like dry, and it does kind of flake a little. It's hard to use that component. I just don't do well with that. If you do well with that, good luck. That's perfect. It does have a nice, like, you know, the feather works really well to be stable, but I'm not an inkwell liquid liner type of person, but you know, it did the job. Mascara. The mascara worked fairly well. I hated how curved. I don't know if that was intentional, but the wand was really curved. Did it curl my lashes? I would say yes. The smell is kind of gross. The component's cheap. Not my favorite. Okay, bronzer. Love the bronzer. This is perfect bronzer for me as far as like a light warmth. Again, this shade is Frappe. If you're my shade range, this is definitely a nice shade. It kind of disappears on my skin, but it's a really nice color. I like it a lot because it gives me that right amount of warmth without looking too orange. Like, it's perfect. Look at that. It's perfect. I love it. And then it's so soft focus. So if you're looking for a cheap bronzer, these are actually really good. I've had good luck with their bronzers. The blush, I think this is my all-time favorite product in the bunch. It is that perfect kind of like pinky, well, not pinky, corally nude. It's like a perfect nude, like orangey nude. Does that make sense? It is. It's like a perfect like warmth, and it's soft. Like, it goes with any kind of eyeshadow. Like, it's perfect. I love this. This is absolutely my favorite product. Brows, didn't like. They kind of, like, where I don't have hair, it kind of accentuated that area a little bit, and it kind of dissipates a little bit. So not my favorite, but again, my brows are in this weird state. But I don't like brow powders, but I thought I would try it out. I might have to go back and get a brow pencil from them, because that way it's a little bit better. But not my favorite formula. Oh yeah, the primer, the eyeshadow primer. I mean, it did a good job, I guess. I'd have to really see at the end of the day. It's soft and silky. To me, it reminds me of the eyeshadow primer potion from Urban Decay, except it's in a doe foot applicator type dealie. So this one is, I mean, I have to see at the end of the day. Lips. This is not my favorite lipstick. Smells like crayons, and it doesn't have a lot of color payoff, and it just feels bleh. Don't like it. So that is a definite no. What am I missing? Oh, the lip gloss I really do like. Kind of disappointed it's not a stain, but kind of happy that it's just a lip gloss, because the stain that I got from Shein is my favorite. It is very, very pigmented and leaves a nice stain, like a red stain. I like it, but this is nice to have as a lip gloss, so I really like that one. Oh my gosh, the highlighter. The highlighter was decent. It's not life-changing, but it's decent enough. I mean, it's a white powder with a little bit of gold. It's a yellow gold. It's okay. All right, so that's everything. That is everything. So here are my, I like them. They're okay. So we've got the highlighter, the eyeshadow palette, and then those fun little eyeshadows. Not bad. They're like okay. Along with these, they're okay. Like, they're good, and I'll use them again. The ones I don't like. Oh yes, and the concealer is okay. It's not like wow. The ones I won't really pick up, and I feel like is a waste of $1. The lipstick for sure is the worst. The liner did not like. I'll have to play with it more. I think it's gonna go in my like special effects kit, you know, to kind of do that. The mascara, I don't know. We'll have to see. It's not life changing, but again, sorry, you can probably hear a car. It's gonna go in my kit. This one as well. Like, the ones I don't like, I'll go in my kit. This one is terrible as far as like coverage. I think I'll be using this to clean up the brows, so will use, but not great. This one as well, bleh. It's so-so. Things I loved. Oh, and this. So-so. I feel like these are the so-so ones. These are the not going to use as my everyday makeup, but will toss in my special effects kit. Loves. The powder, I do love it. It's really nice. Soft focus. Really, really blurred some things. The blush is my all-time favorite item in this whole haul because it is gorgeous. As well as the bronzer. Gorgeous. The lip gloss is pretty good. I like it. So definitely these are staple pieces. So that's everything in my haul and tried it on. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And give me a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you think about the AOA. Have you tried it? What do you think about it? Are there any different things at your store? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.